Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Behind the Scenes at Solent Turf, where we're documenting our David versus Goliath battle as we try to launch a builders merchants alongside our 50-year-old family turf farm, competing against huge private equity money and some of the oldest companies around. As always, hit that like button and smash subscribe to continue watching our journey and see if these two underdogs can cause an upset. I'm Jack, he's George, and this is Building a Family Business, episode 16.
Cue the music.
Coming up in this week's episode, my dad carries an oil can, I open a gate, and George is promoting world peace.
We've had a nice dry weekend, so the field's looking loads better again. It was a bit wet last week, so I'm going to give it a little roll. Got a brand new blade on the harvester, so we should be able to harvest nice, crisp, clean and light rolls of turf today. I've had a busy weekend doing lots of marketing admin, basically. Loads of editing to get these vlogs out. Episode 12 went out yesterday, which I was thinking about this morning. That's 3 months of putting these vlogs out that we've done now, as of today, which is pretty good going. I'm surprised we've lasted that long. It's also scary how quick that time's gone, to be honest. I also spent Sunday out in the yard getting loads of pictures for the new website, so I need to send them over later today. We can get them uploaded. But yeah, just getting set up for the week. We've got a fair bit of turf to get out today. My dad's big blue Mercedes lorry has now gone, so we're down to 1 lorry this week, which is a bit of a pain just whilst we're getting the new one through its MOT. So George is going to be very busy. He's got a fencing job that he needs to manage and oversee tomorrow. So yeah, that's what we're up to today.
Oh, Bob. Good weekend?
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to ask you?
I'm ready.
What's golf tip of the week this week?
My golf tip of the week this week is to play with golfers that are better than you. It will really help you improve your game.
Nice one. George's golf tip of the week. It's starting to rain again, which is not supposed to happen. Why does it always rain in this country? It makes everything such hard work. Matt, you missed it. No one's ever seen it, but you reckon you've thrown one of them over and hooked it straight on?
I've got it on CCTV. I went and got the video.
Well, I've not seen it.
Well, I'll send it.
So he says.
I've actually done it twice.
Yeah.
It's a lorry driver's equivalent of a hole-in-one. You're going to get flattered. Dad had just dropped the harvester back in the farmyard. Saw our new lorry round there. Had a load of weight on the back of it, so it looks like it's just gone through a brake test. Tell you what, it's a long old process to get a lorry on the road. A lot of red tape to jump through, but we're ticking them off one by one, so not long now. Aiming for MOT by the end of this week, aren't we? And then should be good for next week. Then we just got to find time to get it sprayed. Because once we get it on the road, I know what will happen. Yeah, it'll be Christmas by the time we find time to get it back off the road and spray it again.
Hopefully, because that means we're earning loads of money with it.
We are shutting up shop for Monday. Getting the field locked up now. George is out on a fencing delivery for us, actually, for this job tomorrow. So he's dropping the gear down there now, so it's ready for John the first thing in the morning. So we haven't got to muck around with it tomorrow. And I'm struggling to reverse and talk to the camera at the same time. So I'll see you tomorrow. We've come down to one of our newest fields just to sort the mole issue out that we got down here. Apparently some moles have been digging out in the middle of this one as well, causing a right mess. We're going to be harvesting this later on in the year, hopefully. You can see here that it was like an old vineyard. This was all an old restaurant. It's completely collapsed and been left derelict. Every time I come here, another section of it's fallen down. We're a bit concerned how we were going to get all the machinery and the lorries in here to get out, but we struck a bit of luck because a load of like the woodland guys have been in clearing all the trees out, cutting trees down and running all the wood out. They've had Arctic lorries in, the massive machines, cut it all up, slice it all up into lengths. So they've put a whole roadway in, cut a load of trees down, put a massive roadway in, put a double gate in the entrance, which is a massive bit of luck for us because we can now utilise that to get our kit in and out. I can see there's been a lot of deer out here causing a little bit of mess, but also looks like they've eaten the grass down, which is kind of good for us, I'm not going to lie. This is one of the fields that, I don't know if you remember the back end of the season last year, that it got too wet and we were struggling to keep up all the cuttings on it. Jeez, look at the state of this. I noticed this morning when I went in the farm over the road to pick the harvester and the loader tractor up that our new lorry wasn't in the yard, which means one of two things. It's either been stolen last night or more likely it's on its MOT. So we should hear pretty soon how that's got on, whether it's made it through or not. I'm just sat in the field waiting for George to come back in. He's gone out this morning with a load. Just got a little half load here ready for him to come back in and pick up. The fencing job that we completed yesterday, that all went well. George was over there yesterday just overseeing it all. Shock he didn't get any footage of it, so I can't show you it, which is really annoying because I wanted to use that job for some online marketing so that we can start offering that service out more. So the plan is today we're going to spend most of the day in the field harvesting turf. Still got loads going out, which is good, and then finish up the day back in the yard sorting some bits over there. Yeah, it's all cut for today.
If you just get to here or something, just to give you enough to back the machine up there and start going down there, you think?
Yeah, cut a headland out here before it gets to that wet bit.
Yeah.
And then we can back in there and cut straight down there.
You need back in there.
Be about 10-15 lines, wasn't it? So we're starting to run out of turf over the far side where I have been cutting. We're looking at going to move back over this side tomorrow, but it's too wet up the top. So we're thinking if we open a little section out through the middle, where I can then get the machine in, I can start there and then carry on straight down the line and then back up into that little gaps, otherwise I'm going to have to run on the turf if I only start halfway down, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Also, good news, my dad has just told me that the lorry's passed its MOT, so that's another box ticked off. We are back over this field where we come yesterday and set them mole traps, just come out to check them off of Massey Ferguson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We ain't got any Masseys anymore. It's an old Massey Ferguson loader that's dumped in there. Like I say yesterday, this place is an old restaurant that's derelict, and the rumour has it there was some disagreement between the farmer and the people running it, and he turned up one Christmas and everybody was sat there eating the dinner, and he just kicked off and closed the place down there and then, turfed everybody out, and it just got left like that ever since. And when one of the farmhands went in to clear it, there was still like mouldy food on the plates and half drunken glasses on the table where they literally just stood up and left. I can already see a fresh mound that's been dug over there, so it's not looking too promising. You always find with moles, you either catch them on the first attempts or you just never catch them.
Got a better run on that one, so we're...
Oh, you just reset it?
Yeah. Find the run now. Clean the run out.
There's the one there. And he goes straight through, does he? Goes off that way as well.
Set the trap as light as you can.
You're going to get all the animal cruelty people on here in the comments calling you out.
Come a bit of light up. Stick in if I can find it.
Maybe we need to put a disclaimer, no moles were harmed during this video. Yeah. So your tip is then, you don't set them in the molehills, you check for the runs, you try to find the runs off of them.
The trouble with the molehills, they sometimes go deep down, you don't know where they're going to go, you might get the dead end. I'm trying to get a two-way.
So you're better to find the run in between the molehills and then set them in there. We have no evidence that this actually works though, do we? We only seem to catch about 50% of them. So no luck today, but we know where they're working now. So we've reset the traps, but day one, it is the moles 1, Solent Turf 0. I said it was an old vineyard. Look, we just found a bottle of wine down there. Apparently, once upon a time, all these containers were just stacked to the ceiling with bottles of wine. Has it all just been stolen out of there then, or they sold it? I've noticed the last couple of mornings that this John Deere loader has been a bit squeaky on the back end. It looks like it's a bit low on oil. So we're going to top it up this morning, taking advantage of our new on-site storage. Look, we bought all of our oil containers for all the different machines over a couple of months ago when we got it, which is really handy because now we need one. We can just open it up and grab it out. There's the gauge in there, you can see there's nothing on it at all. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but it's now up to the line where it needs to be. We eventually need to move a load more stuff over here as well. It'd be good to get a load of racking system in here and properly kit it out with all the little spares and bits and pieces that we need throughout the day. All the stuff that we kind of get through a lot of, I want to get it over here into the container, so we've got it all on site, so we've instantly got it when we need it. Oh, it's another cold morning this morning. It's still frozen, so we're just letting the frost get off the turf. So I think we're going to head over to check on the mole traps again, day 2. Hopefully we've got better luck on the second day. Eh?
Land Rover or not?
I'll put that one in as well. We'll just keep the big red one in the Land Rover. I don't know if you guys can now hear me and see me any clearer as well, but I'm no longer using my smashed iPhone 8 to film these. My girlfriend's just upgraded her phone, so I've nicked hers and I'm now on the iPhone 13 Pro. So I don't know if it's going to make any difference or not, but it can't be any worse, put it that way. What do you reckon then, Dad? Is it going to be 2-0 to the moles, or are we going to level the playing field today?
I think we'll get one today. There is a good run yesterday. The only thing is, where it was quite light fluffy soil, they do tend to push that in front of them and fill the traps up with dirt.
Set the traps off. He's confident that one of them he's set perfectly and it's going to have one in it, so we'll see. My prediction is, I think we're going to be lucky to catch these. This soil's so light and fluffy, I think as they're running through the runs and they're pushing soil in front of them, they just set the traps off before they get to them. Doesn't look good with all the mounds. No luck? They've gone off?
No, it's full of dirt off it. Yeah, it's all full of dirt though.
That's what I just said I reckon's happened. This has got a mole in it, I'm going to have to blur it, aren't I? Otherwise all the animal cruelty people are going to be onto us. No, that one went off, but they filled it full of mud. You can now hopefully make sense of what I was trying to explain yesterday. So we're just cutting this section out through here to open up a little headland, and then we'll start cutting down this way, cut all this out, just because it's too wet up the top. So we're going to let this dry out, but we don't want to keep backing onto it whilst we're cutting this out. Hopefully we've loaded these right. He gets very sensitive over how his lorry's loaded, doesn't he? So hopefully we've done that right. I am back in the yard picking up our big John Deere. I'm going to take this back over to the turf field, pick up the green tipper trailer and head to a secret location to pick up some firewood. It's not really that secret, they're a big company and they don't want people to know that we're taking wood out of there. The wood team have cut loads of trees down, so we're going in there to pick all the wood up off of them. We're going to use it for our own wood burners. I've got a couple of hours free this afternoon, so that's what I'm going to do. Dad, don't look at the Massey Ferguson window. Absolutely covered it in oil. You see that? It's rammed with pissed oil all over the Massey. You know what they say about this stuff? It warms you up twice. Yeah. Once when you spit it up and once when you burn it. Yeah. You used to compete in the log chucking competitions, didn't you, out in Scotland? Yeah. I'll throw over that fence. You reckon you can throw it over the hedge? Yeah. Go on then. So these logs are not actually to sell, these are just for ourselves to burn on our own log burners. But I have got it in the back of my mind that next winter I want to start stocking firewood to sell as well. I don't know whether to process it or buy it in. Everybody I spoke to so far has said you're better off buying it in, don't process it. So that's something I need to look into. We are back for day 3 of the war against the moles. I'm on my own today. My dad's gone out in the John Deere and trailer to pick up some more wood. I am not optimistic we're going to catch these, but we're going to have a look now. I can already see a load of fresh new mounds that have been dug, so it doesn't look like we caught any. Check this one over here first. Nope, empty. No luck yet again. All 3 traps have gone off, but nothing in them. So I've reset them. We'll have to look again tomorrow. That's now 3-0 to the moles. That is it, guys, for another episode. I hope you guys watching have all had a fantastic week. I hope you've enjoyed episode 15 of Building a Family Business. See you on the next one.